There'll be times when you're up, and times when you're down. I'm never too.
Hey Wisdom and Wellness family, if you're not a part of Wisdom and Wellness by now, please consider following and being a part of the family. And of course, welcome to pause this video now, follow and come back, because I've got something beautiful to share, right? I mean, there's just so much wisdom, and I doubt that you want to miss out on that wisdom, right? Do you want to miss out? I thought so. Well, yesterday itself was super beautiful. So much wisdom, so much grace, so much love was shared. And I'm super happy that I got to be a part of it. And the biggest highlight, of course, for me was finally meeting Bumi. Wow, finally meeting my fave. Yes. That was my biggest highlight. And of course, getting to meet everyone else that I got to be a part of the challenge with, like, that was just super amazing. There was just so much love, and love you all. I appreciated that moment. Oh, whew. So what I'm about to share is a testimony. Call it a testimony, call it an encounter, or maybe give it a beautiful name. And please, when you give it that beautiful name, make sure that wisdom, grace, empowerment is just there somewhere. All right. So before I do that, I'm gonna read something. This is a holy encounter, which I'm quoting it from A Return to Love, inspired by Mpumi, of course. I'm sure you've got 1,000 books that Mpumi inspired you to buy and to read, right? And I think they are all inspirational. So yeah. When you meet anyone, remember it is a holy encounter. As you see him, you will see yourself. As you treat him, you will treat yourself. As you think of him, you will think of yourself. Never forget this, for in him you will find yourself or lose yourself. So I strongly believe that God has a way of sending people to really speak to you. When you're ready to listen, God will show up. When you're ready when you're prepared to really listen to what God has to say, he will show up, right? And it goes with anything else. Like when you're ready to get that awakening, when you're ready to get that clarity in your life, when you are ready, it will happen. You know, when you're ready to start something, start that business, that moment will come. When you're ready, it will come, right? Now, this is something that is very special to me, because I feel like what God did, God sent Bumi into my life to really help me get through whatever that I was going through. Now, before I go there, let me just tell you how I felt yesterday, or as I was taking it all in yesterday. You know, this is what happened. I raised my hand as Bumi finished speaking, when she was taking questions. And unfortunately, I raised my hand last, and Steph could only take 2 people. And I felt like I wanted to share this, but part of me was like, rules are the rules, Nthabi. Come down. Don't do it. But yeah, I don't know. It dealt with me, because when I got to the car, I started reflecting back to that, and felt like I should have said something. I should have said it, and all of that, right? Now, I opted for something else, which was to put it down. And I believe that writing things down really helps a lot. And I wrote it all down. I read it all down. I mean, not just 1 or 2 pages. I mean, I'm talking 3 to 5 pages, right? That's what I did, and I felt better. But I also believe that God was trying to tell me something. I think what God was trying to say is that maybe you needed to record this so that someone else could watch it. Someone who was maybe not at the event could actually watch it and somehow draw inspiration and play it over and over again as a form of wisdom. Now, fast forward, I discovered Mpumi's channel 3 years ago. And her first video, First Things First, really changed things around for me. Now, this is what was happening in my life. I was caught up in a situation. I wanted to quit my job and run my business full time. But I couldn't do that, because I had so much fear that if I run my business full time, will I be able to have enough money to sustain myself and to finish the home that I was building for my family, right? Which was happening at the time. It was difficult for me to make a decision. And at that very moment, my relationship with God was just not great. I would pray, but just for the sake of praying. And yeah, that's basically that. Now, I watched this video, and there's a part where Mpumi spoke about her tattoo that she got on her 21st birthday, Grace, right? Now, she said something as she was speaking about the tattoo. She said, I'm a product of grace. And that for a moment was like, product of grace. So this woman started her cleaning business. It felt she started doing nails. They were not really on point, but she kept going. And she still believes that she's a product of grace. And here I am. I have a company that I run part time, and it's actually doing great. And I have a job, yes, but I feel like I don't want to be here anymore. What's happening? What's happening? Am I trusting that God can make a way? Clearly, I wasn't. Clearly, I wasn't, because I believe that I was leaning more or relying more on my own understanding and not trusting God to make a way, right? And also, her videos, like some of her videos, got to help me change things around in terms of reading my Bible, praying, and talking to God. I mean, I could be running and have a conversation with God. That's how I now speak to God. I don't need to really necessarily kneel down and pray to say I'm having a conversation with God, or I'm talking to God. I can do it anyway. But fast forward, I resigned. And I was able to finish the home that I was building for my family. I was able to continue running my business. My business continued to grow. And that is what? It's grace, right? That is grace. I even have a plant, an elephant plant that I've named Grace. Yeah. Now, I also want to share this, that I love creating content. Creating content is something that I love doing. And 3 years ago, my content was just not great. I'm sorry, it was just not that great. And I'm not being hard on myself, but all I'm saying is that, you know what, you could do better. And you can only do better when you learn, right? So I believe that Mpumi is that person mentors me who mentors me behind the screen. I mean, before I got to meet her, I mean, I literally met her yesterday, but you can imagine that I've been seeing her amazing content, great quality content. She puts in the work, like she does amazing. Like, listen, it could be a post or a video, she gives it her all. You know very well the quality is just amazing. And I don't want to lie, I don't know how many times I've shot this video, and mainly because I wanted the quality to be great and everything. But yeah, this is the best I could do. I think this was like the 15th video, trust me. Yeah, that's a fact. And yeah, this time around I'm not deleting anything. I'm just gonna crop whatever and then post it. But I feel like I've given it my all, right? And she believes in excellence, right? She believes in excellence, and I'm learning so much from her. I'm learning so much, and I believe that my content is currently improving for the better. Like I'm much better now. And I remember when I got my very first campaign, she was the first person that I got to tell. I went to her DMs and told her that, hey, you know what? You inspired me so much. And guess what? I got my very first campaign, and you have been the inspiration behind it. So, in summary, I'm super grateful. And a special moment that I didn't share is that Mpumi's mom was there yesterday, and she shared something very beautiful. Mpumi shared something beautiful about her mom. Why didn't I talk about this yesterday again? I don't know, but we're here now. So now when I go home, I get to have a moment where I clean with my mom, and as we are cleaning, I get to pray for the house. We get to clean and pray for the house at the same time. And that is something that Bumi's mom instilled in her. And when Bumi shared that, I was like, wow, I started doing that for my home. And now I got to transfer that to my mom. How beautiful is that? And I'm happy that I got to have a moment with Mpumi's mom where I told her that I love you, Queen. I love you, Mom. I love you because you really have raised an amazing daughter. And it was just a special moment to witness a mother supporting her daughter and all that. It was just super beautiful. And all I can wish for Mpumi is more and more blessings. I mean, all the gifts that we got, guys, we got amazing goodie bags. Her excellence made sure that, we are showered with all those beautiful gifts, right? And it's because of her excellence. If you don't put in the work, if you don't do your best, it means that something is just not going to go right. I mean, I'm proud to say that I'm doing so well in different aspects of my life. So in summary, I'm happy to say that your wisdom, Bumi, has really helped me to be the best version of myself. You helped me to be me, not to be a duplicate of you. And that's what I love the most, because sometimes people draw inspiration from others in a wrong way. They want to be them and all of that. But you helped me and more other people to really find the best version of themselves. And I just want to say thank you. My business is doing great now. I'm doing so much. My content is better and it's getting better and better every day. It's still something that I'm still working on, but it's super amazing. And I'm hoping that you out there, whoever's watching this, you're gonna take something out of this and really do the best that you can, and to also draw so much inspiration from someone like Mpumi and maybe someone else in your life. And hopefully you will testify about it as well, because I believe that that's how God continue to bless us, because we get to acknowledge and appreciate and to show gratitude on the work that he does. I mean, this is all God after all. This is all God. Thank you, guys.
Just look around and you'll find me. I'm by your side, arms open wide.